Hello everyone, and welcome to my top 10 favorite roller coasters at Six Flags Great America.
Number 10. Number 10 is the Demon at Six Flags Great America. And this is one of the coasters that I have mixed feelings about. When I was 7 years old, I remember riding the Demon over multiple, 40 times a day. Not only did I love this roller coaster at the time, but I fantasized about it. Of course, now that I know more about the coaster world, I can obviously say that the Demon is on the lower part of my list. To be fair, the Demon does have some pretty cool elements, and I guess I could say some decent inversions. But the overall ride is really just headbanging and weird, slow turns that are not really that fun. And I guess going through the caves and the corkscrew is pretty cool, but other than that, it's not something to look forward to when coming here. Number 9. Number 9 on my list is the Joker. When Six Flags first announced that they were getting a free flag coaster, I really had no idea what to expect from it. I didn't know if it was going to be good, if it was going to be bad. I didn't even know if I was going to ride it or not from long lines, or if I was going to ride it from a short line because no one was there. It was really a mystery to me. So, I did ride it over the summer, and I also got a lot of mixed opinions from my friends. I would say that this quote-unquote roller coaster is an okay ride. I would say it's okay, it's decent, but it's definitely not even close to anything really good. It's kind of just one of those rides where you go up to it and you're like, your friends are like, hey, you want to ride this? And you're like, sure, let's do it. For me, if it was a short line, I'd say go for it. But if it's like a 3-hour wait, it's not really worth it. Another thing I don't like about this ride is that it is very uncreative. There's also one at Great Adventure, and I'm not saying that I hate this ride, but I do enjoy it, but I feel like there's a lot of things that could have been improved, like having Six Flags come up with a more creative name. Number 8. Number 8 is American Eagle, and I can go on and on about how I really, really love this roller coaster. American Eagle opened in 1981 and is still running very well today. I really love this roller coaster because of how many memories it brought me, and the experience was amazing for me from when I rode it when I was 7 years old, and now when I ride it, it's just a huge milestone for me and is something that I look forward to riding every year when I go to Great America. Of course, it's definitely not the best roller coaster there, and it's definitely not in the top 3 even, but it is probably some of my best memories at Six Flags. Another thing I want to point out when you go to Six Flags Great America is that you never want to ride this on the red side. This is the blue side right now, but the red side is literally so bad. It's super rough. It's not as fast. The blue side is always faster, and the blue side has more airtime. It's way better. So whenever you go on American Eagle, make sure you ride the blue side. The roller coaster drop does not have that much height, but that is not the main thing of the ride, even though the drop is really cool. I remember getting on this thing at 8 o'clock at night, and it closed at 9 or 10, and we would just keep riding, and it was awesome. Number 7. Number 7 is Vertical Velocity, or how I like to call it, V2. There isn't really that much to say about V2, but let me tell you, this launch is intense, it's exhilarating, and it is fast. My 2 favorite parts of the ride was definitely the launch, and second, looking down at the water while you're getting flown up the track. It's really incredible. It's something that is very unique, and I think that it's really cool how they have water under. Unfortunately, there is a downside to this roller coaster because it only runs one train. It's pretty clear, and it is really slow lines. Waiting in the station is worse than waiting in the general line. It probably takes about 25 minutes, half an hour, when you're in the station to board. Number 6. Number 6 is the Viper, and holy cow, is this thing good or what? The first time I rode Viper, I had no idea what airtime was. I just thought that it was this like belly dropping thing, which what it is. But like I thought that my belly dropped out of the cart. Holy crap, this thing has so much airtime. Because of how amazing this airtime really is, this is what makes it an amazing roller coaster. It is sort of inspired as the Cyclone at Coney Island, which is also a very historical moment in roller coaster history. So that's really cool. Another thing that this coaster does really well that a lot of other roller coasters can't do is the fact that it focuses not just on airtime, but not just on turns, but it does both. I can't tell you how many times I've been on a roller coaster where it was just one of those things, and I hated it. I would say that this is one of the more underrated rides here. It is kind of like Under the Shadow in Southwest Territory. Number 5. Number 5 is a fan favorite at Six Flags Great America, and it is Batman the Ride. I'm going to say I do like Batman the Ride, and even though it is a clone and they have them at all different Six Flags parks, I still think that the inversions are pretty cool. And another thing that I really like about the ride is that it's really intense because you're zipping, zigzagging through the trees, and you don't know like what you're gonna do, and if you're gonna hit your legs on the trees. It's just awesome experience. Again, not the craziest coaster, but it is definitely a roller coaster you want to ride to get credits or to just ride to have fun. If you have the chance to, and it is running backwards, then I would say definitely try to ride this coaster backwards because it is very fun. Number 4. Number 4 is a go-to coaster at Six Flags Great America, Superman Ultimate Flight. Before you even hit the track, you will love this roller coaster. For one, the theming is amazing. Even though it's a clone, it's really cool because you can walk through the line, being entertained with all the signs, and getting into flight position while you're listening to Superman music. It's honestly awesome. This first drop right here is amazing because it literally feels like you are flying, and then you fall right into this pretzel loop, which literally is you're flying on your back. It's amazing. It's crazy, and it's like crazy to hear if you've never really been on a flying coaster before, but it is awesome. Another reason why this coaster is very enjoyable is because it's pretty comfortable. Unless you're like really old and you have back pain, you don't have to worry about get like feeling uncomfortable on this. It's very smooth. You get a very good harness, and it comes down, and you have like leg bars that hold your legs up. It's really good, and it's a very fun experience, and this is definitely a good family ride. Even though it has like some big inversions, I think that it's still really smooth. It's not that intense. It's a great ride, and I definitely recommend it to anyone coming here. And now we have number 3. XFlight stands as number 3 and is the only B&M wing coaster at a Six Flags amusement park. One of the reasons why XFlight is so amazing is because the theming is very good. You are a pilot on a top secret mission. The station is led by your commander, who releases your train off into flight. There are also many theme props around the waiting area and in the yard where XFlight runs through. At the top of XFlight, you can get a very good view. The drop is very unique because you are slightly inverted. XFlight, in my opinion, has the coolest track colors out of any other roller coaster in Six Flags Great America. The inversions are also one of the most unique and thrilling inversions I have ever been on in a roller coaster. When you go through mist to when you have all these other crazy inversions, where you go through towers and a bunch of other cool stuff. It's really amazing. And honestly, this is probably the coolest part of the ride, where you invert through those towers. It is a definitely very cool experience. The only problem is that the ride is very short, so you might want to make sure that you are enjoying every second of it, because believe me, it is very short. Number 2. Raging Bull is the longest roller coaster at Six Flags Great America, and some people may say it is the best roller coaster at Six Flags Great America. Even though people may say that it is the best roller coaster at Six Flags Great America, to other people around the USA, it is one of the weaker B&M hypers. Mostly because this coaster is made for turns, twists and turns, instead of focusing on airtime, which I think that something that is honestly cool. And I am really I could do either one. Raging Bull, don't get me wrong, has a little bit of airtime, but it is really just turns. And that is a mid-course brake run, which also, takes out the intensity, even though this coaster is not intense at all. It is I wouldn't say it's slow, but it's like medium paced. It's kind of like just like smooth twists and turns. It's really fun, don't get me wrong, but like some other hypers could be better. Now, this is also the tallest roller coaster in the park, and you can pretty much see this from anywhere. And I would recommend this to anyone, family, because it's really easy and it's a very cool roller coaster, and I really recommend it. And now we are at number 1. What do you think? And number 1, you guessed it, Goliath. There are a lot of coasters named Goliath, but I think that this one fits with the whole theme, mainly because this coaster is wooden. And I think Rocky Mountain Construction did a great job with this roller coaster. They kept it all wood, with the exception of making it 164 feet tall and 72 miles per hour. And they gave some pretty solid elements that all of the people at Great America really strived for and wanted. Goliath has the steepest drop in the park, with an 85-degree drop. You either want the front for a good view or the back for the best airtime and the best G-force. Plummeting down this is one of the craziest experiences you can ever know. Goliath is known for being very short, and that is one of its weaknesses. It does have a little bit of airtime, but the inversions are its main highlight, including the drop. They say that these inversions are some of the most unique ever built. This upcoming inversion is a dive loop, and it is very crazy. It is one of the coolest inversions, and the next inversion is a 0G stall, which is also very unique and very exciting. And right now, you'll have a small turn to the right, and then you'll drop down to the hill that will take you back to the station. And this is an RMC that is very short, but it makes the most impact and is one of the best coasters at Great America. Again, to me, it's so thrilling that I don't even notice how short it is. If I were you, I would rush to this coaster as soon as it opens. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and leave a like. I'd greatly appreciate that. And did you agree with me? Did you even think that my order was right? Would you have changed something? Leave a comment below. Talk to me. I'm always here, so there we go. There you have it. Top 10 coasters, my opinion, at Great America. And I will see you in the next one. See you guys.